way back in 2008, I was working for an automotive company, a smallish automotive manufacturing company in Michigan, and at that time, if you know anything about the automotive industry and anything about Michigan, 2008 sucked. I survived several rounds of layoffs. One week, my boss came to me and he said, do you want to run the shipping department or do you want to run the purchasing department? Because one of those people is going to lose their job. So I was lucky enough that I had some sort of job security, although, you know, it wasn't great. I was making $37,000 a year. I was never going to go any higher in the company. I didn't want to go any higher in the company because the next level up sucked even worse. So I was never going to retire well. I was never going to have the freedom to take more than 1 week off at a time. I was never going to not be required to be at my desk at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning and still sitting there at 5 o'clock that afternoon. And that was not really where I wanted to be, but I didn't see a whole lot of ways out either. So I started poking around online and seeing that people were making money online, and I thought, ooh, how can I get in on some of that? So I started writing content for people. People hired me. Karen hired me to write content for her. I don't know why. I was a terrible writer. I got better. And pretty soon I had several clients, and I was making a few $100 a month. And I had built myself a website, and I sat my husband down one day and I said, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to build websites for people, and I'm going to help them sell things online. And he listened to me very patiently, and he looked at me and he said, that sounds great. How are you going to market that? And I said, I'm going to start a blog. Because I was part of this forum, Mom Masterminds, thank you, Kelly, and everyone was talking about blogging and content marketing. I don't think they called it content marketing back in those days. But it was blogging. Article marketing, remember that? E-zine articles? That's what they were doing. Nicole Dean wrote a whole guide about it, Blog World Tour. I thought, this is the way I'm going to get clients. So that's what I did. And one day my husband looked over my shoulder and he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm writing a blog post. Well, you can't tell them that. You want people to hire you to do this stuff. You can't tell them how to do it. So as an aside, I proved him wrong a couple of years later when a client emailed me one day. She needed to do some little thing. I don't even remember what that little thing was, but she emailed me and said, I need to do this. And I emailed her right back and I said, oh, that's super easy. Click this button, click save, done. Taking 3 minutes. And she wrote me back and she said, I know it's easy. I know I could do it. I don't want to. Please do it for me. So yes, you can tell people exactly how to do what you want them to do, and they'll still pay you to do it. So I had this blog, and I was telling people how to do things with WordPress and how to do things with Digital Access Pass, and lo and behold, people I didn't know, people who had no connection to me, called me up out of the blue and said, hey, we want to hire you. And I thought, wow, this is great. So I started getting more clients. I was eventually able to quit my job, which was awesome. Actually, as a result of coming to NAMS one time, David Perdue hired me. He introduced me to Nicole Dean. Nicole Dean hired me. I went home from that event and told my husband I was quitting my job. That wasn't a call for applause, but thank you. So we had a very modest goal. I had a very modest goal. I wanted to replace my income from my day job, which was $37,000 a year. The first full year we were in business, we tripled it.